Hi, my name's Catherine, and my YouTube channel is Guarding Your Heart Matters. Because in Proverbs 4:23, God tells us to guard our heart with all diligence, because out of it springs the wellness of life. And I'm restarting this channel. I came on last week and just spoke briefly about it, and I will be coming on and talking about things that help our emotional health. And part of that is guarding your heart. Whatever you let into your heart really festers in there and can do either damage or good. And there's many things that cause it for that to happen. Things like anger and things like resentment and things like fear and anxiety. We're going to talk about some of those things. But today, I wanted to talk about something that you may think is, well, I know this. What's the difference between happiness and joy? So I'm just going to go into it a little bit. And most people know, most people want to be happy. They want good things to happen. And that's not wrong. We do want good things to happen. And when they do happen, we say, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I got to go to the concert. I'm so happy my son or daughter married the right person. Things like that. You can just name 100 things. But what's the difference between happiness and joy? Well, it says, and in some research that I did, that the word happiness depends on what happens. So if good things are happening, yeah, you could be happy. But what if things that are not so good are happening? What happens to our happiness at that point? Well, that's the difference between happiness and joy. You can still have joy even though things in your life may not be right. So this is God's joy. God gives us internal joy, joy that comes from Him, that no matter what is happening in your life, the secret to being so-called happy is knowing that God is there for you, that God is ultimately controlling things in your life because you've submitted yourself to Him. And it's not dependent on circumstance. We can be joyful even in the most trying times. And I don't mean jumping for joy, but I mean having peace when things are not going well. And this is the joy that God gives us, that even though it's hard to rejoice in bad times, we can still have the peace of God, which